We'll see a return here from the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
His kick is good.
Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Go.
They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Set up. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Off the play fake. Goldberg. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw here. Nearly an opening drive. INT. The Rams had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. But now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, we're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense, because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Back to throw again. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Here we go, set. 60 Bisons.
Back to throw. Goldberg. The left side throw complete to Adams. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
19, Tiger, 19.
Looking to throw. Goldberg to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
For the field goal.
And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3. You talk about this Rams defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Come on. Hey. Cowboy 80.
He'll look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring it down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams are going offense here with the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Operating from the gun. Goldberg. Pressure comes and down he goes. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 13 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
They'll set up a throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Panthers ready.
They'll look to throw. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. Goldberg. Going right back to Ferguson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Dragon 60. Viking 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Goldberg. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the 1st half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 15. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Returnable here for Davis. Just a yard return there after a punt of 4. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking to his offense coordinator and saying, look, let's go and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
To throw is Garoppolo. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
4 receivers in the formation here for a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From your 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
T. Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
Now Moody for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is. Belted at the end of that
Rams
one.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw. Goldberg looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Red. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Let's go now.
In motion, the tight end. Second and 13. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Third and 19.
Let's go. Gravity line. Go.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Shut up. Hey, switch. Head to 60. Head to 60. Shut up.
Looking to throw. Goldberg. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Okay, ready?
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go, here we go.
They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing,
what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. T. Higgins. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We've yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
First of all, you ain't fat long enough. With me, you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is, they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Here's a 2nd and 8.
37-yard line.
Cougar 19. Hey, I got him, man. I got him. Check out.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd and 4.
Go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Dragon 60.
Throwing to start the drive. Goldberg. Caught on the right side by Adams. Still on his feet. Devontae Adams. Touchdown, LA! Devontae Adams. 77 yards. And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
13. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Davis now to return it. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
It's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the end of get LA yelling. Second bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goldberg. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Nicky Manlordi. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of your offense.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the band at a time. Going on the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride.
2nd down and 6 now.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's on his way, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a nice job right there. get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. He's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Ready. Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
Here's Walker. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Pass the 60.
Looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Moody good with the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Rams 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the back down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my back down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chattown.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Goldberg. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run. All right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. Here's 3rd and 10.
Go. 19 target. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And he is caught. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Seahawks just continue to roll. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. We'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. He may go. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nacua, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Rams 20. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Got it.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
Get it. Can't be lying.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
In motion goes the tight end. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
60.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Pat.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 42 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left,
but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Ready.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They run again with Walker. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll drop to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he fields it cleanly. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
1-yard gain.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
32-yard line.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
60 Eagle.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
10 at the 45-yard line.
18 Cardinal. Go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. Waste of time. Rocco 80.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hiking 18. Tracking 60. 79 Bronco. Check over.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Cowboy 80.
Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Come on. Hey. 68.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
50 Bison.
He'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point try now for Moody. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
52. Rams 20. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Garoppolo now. Pass complete there to McCool. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Go.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Garoppolo looks to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he doesn't get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd and a couple.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this throw incomplete. There's a defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
13-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Garoppolo. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Garoppolo will lead his guys up to go for the 2-point try.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game.
52.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Here we go. Press on 80. Go.
And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars.